Hello again, my wonderful tome readers. We are back once again with another drink mixing game, and also a lot more plot. If it is anything like what is it? Deconstruct Team's Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, which I loved. The branching paths that are decided by just what tarot cards you made. This will be a very good game. If it is only half as good, because Red Strings Club came out first by several years, I believe, that will still be a very... this will still be a very good game. Whether or not I'm smart enough, however, remains to be seen. Because I'm not sure how much of this will be on rails for me to figure out the conspiracy, or if I just have to do the right things for more detailed descriptions or such. But yeah, we shall see. I have not progressed past the screen whatsoever. I only got far enough to change the settings and bring the music down. So, let us begin. With the fall. Interesting way to start the game. I wonder when it was my fate was sealed. Never expected my death to be so epic. Can't complain, I guess. Hey, Donovan, are you listening? The Red Strings Club. Ooh, famed back. Okay. So the question is that us, or is that the start of this story? No? Nope. It's a piano player. Hey, Donovan, are you listening? You don't need to stop every 3 sentences to ask if I'm listening. Of course I'm listening. I'm a bartender. So that girl from Proxima, Vega, turns out she's just using me to smoke out the mole in the city police. Did you sleep with her? Nope. She's not in the guise. Anyway, I almost got arrested, but managed to hack my way out of the bot patrol car. One day, you're gonna end up dead or worse if you keep doing business with these Proxima scoundrels. Really? This far into history? Alright, just muted. We live in a city ruled by corporations. If I didn't associate with scoundrels, I'd be out of work in no time. So, basically, today sucked. Why don't you hit me up with something? Alright, what do you feel like? Bourbon? Vodka? Tequila? Surprise me. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Alright, let's prepare a drink for brandy. What should we aim for? Do you see any interesting soul nodes? Newman? Newman? Oh, last muse must have expired already. Let's see if I can't channel a new one. Harvester of sensations, I beg you, bestow upon me your graces. Weave the red strings and guide my hand to tune into buried emotion. I should do it. Now, if you can hear me, try to pick up a bottle and move it around. One click to grab it, another click to drop it. Click and drag while holding a bottle to pour its contents. Nice. Feeling it already. Now, try to visualize our customer's soul. There you go. Now focus. At the Red Strings Club, we don't just serve alcohol, we use spirits to tune into customers' emotions. It's about matching their vibes and allowing them to savor, mourn, or contemplate their soul's fundamental sentiments. Try to read into Brandy's soul. These are the buried states he's carrying right now, the soul nodes. Pride, regret, anxiety. Yep, I get those. I have the cursor over them to read a brief description. Now let's bring out one of those dormant emotions. What Whatever you pour into this glass will be reflected by the soul disc. Each spirit has a different effect. Up, down, left, right. Make the soul disc match with the soul node. That's how you make a drink worthy of the Red Strings Club. Okay, so this is how we decide what we want to lean into. Interesting mechanic. You sound like he needs a little bit of a pick-me-up, so we want to stick towards pride. Feel free to experiment until you get the hang of it. If you ever get lost, you can check in the notebook. Okay, what is... Nope, not this. Two ice cubes. Let's see. Bourbon. This is just the various things. Okay. I don't know which is which. I'm assuming vodka. Oh wait. Oh, up, down, left. Okay, I see now. So yeah, vodka, high roller, up. Tequila, Calista Rucho, don't know. Wait, north, east, south. So westward. So this is the absinthe, and the thing here is tequila. Gotcha. Oh. Found a supplier of Red Secret and Blue Whisper. Interesting. Oh, and this is the facts and intel we have so far, I guess. The torturer is the grandson of a fallen mafia boss. Rumor says he has very unconventional methods. Proxima will be attending New Year's City Core Summit 2. Supercontinent will be presenting something revolutionary, something called Akara. A guy named Goss T has dealt with Red Secret in the past. So we know it's something corporate level, because that's revealed to us in the game synopsis and Steam. Organized crime is involved. Someone has been tortured. Let's see, yeah. That he uses unconventional methods, so he might be a little bit of a freak. There's an important summit coming up. Huh. Interesting. Is there nothing else there? Okay. How do I put that away? Actually, wait, what's this? Oh, hey! Discover the photo. Huh. Did not know that was an option. Okay. So we're gonna... little... Oh, okay. I see. Oh. Nope. Center it. Nope, bit too much. Okay, so that's the danger of pouring from too high. It's fine, because we're doing up. We can always correct it back out, or maybe not. Oh. Yeah, the pouring is going to be the trickiest part of these drink mixing. Okay, we can't actually do that. Okay. Ice cubes are still there. Awesome. There we go. And we serve. Something to boost your pride, sir. What took you so long? Doing the muse casting thing again? Yeah. I lost my mojo and I want to make a drink worthy of your refined palate. Harvester of sensations, I beg you. Bestow upon my friend some drunkenness. After you drink it. You know I always hit the spot. I know. Let's see which spot you're hitting tonight, Ayo. That felt good. You like it? Start Brandy class pride. Okay, I don't know. Oh, that's just like where we're going. Okay. I don't know how to exit it. Okay, right click. You like it? You bet. So refreshing. I already forgot about that droid cop beating me down. Also, I should mention that in addition to a ride in a bot patrol car, I got out of this job with a beautiful amount of Bitcoin. Oh yeah? How's that? Well, let's say that Vega turning me into the police wasn't so uncalled for. I hate when my employers aren't entirely clear what they're using me for. So since it all smelled a bit fishy, I let Centauro know I would be hacking the North District traffic mainframe tonight. They hired me to delete a couple of data packages from the server. We triggered a pair of alarms and... What the hell? Bar's closed, miss. Oh, I think she's a bit more than a miss. I think she's a misstep from falling away. Yep, there we go. Ooh. Legs should not bend that way. Probably not even android legs. That's not a drunk person, Brandy. It's an android. Oh, I thought it was some implant fangirl. Get her up and let's see what we got here, would you? Right away, sir. Hello? Who are you? 184. 184. Ringing any bells, Donnie? It's in pretty bad shape, but I believe this is a car android from Supercontinent Limited. They still haven't seen the light of day. According to what I've heard, they've only been put to use internally at Supercontinent. And what the hell is it doing here? Beats me. Rumor says this is the first android capable of making ethical decisions, examining every single factor in play in the life of any subject. That's horrifying. I can't remember who said it, but a computer cannot think, thus it should never be responsible for making a decision. Which is a quote usually used for it's like you cannot have remote drones making attacks based on AI-based decisions. There's got to be a human in there approving or denying targets, because you can't hold the computer responsible, not in the court of law, and thus not in fields of war. So yeah, this is definitely an issue. Minding emotional status, social impact, economic repercussions, legal risks. How come you're so knowledgeable about this topic? And how come you've never told me about this? That's what we information brokers do, amigo. Share the trivial, sell the relevant. But we're supposed to be a team. Exactly. And I got your back. No too much can compromise your safety in the field. But someone tries to torch the info out of you. Well, they'll just have to kill me since I won't have any leverage. Improvement, compromise. Okay, that was creepy enough. I'm going in. Whoa, hold on a sec. You're gonna connect your neural drive to this fireworks factory? Yeah, don't worry about it. I won't go very deep, just want to check the memory banks. You want to know how this Sakara got here, don't you? Okay, but don't be reckless. It's okay. So, was that scene at the beginning like a visualization of this dive into the memory banks, or perhaps even a later dive? We'll see. Oh, and you can pay me back later for the later info I get. Pay you? But we're a team. It's for your own good, sweet cheeks. Hello, world. Greetings. Oh, Kara 184. Welcome to the job. Supercontinent Limited, Clinical Division H+ Corps, expects you to be an excellent human upgrade crafter. Please familiarize yourself with your work zone until you are comfortable. Let me know when you're ready to accept requests. Yes, Master. Thank you. Because I'm assuming the memory is to some degree compromised. So we got 4 things to look at into. We're gonna go right to left. This interface displays data on our client queue. With it, you can keep track of client's progress and post-operative satisfaction. This is the official H+ Core Transhumanist Wiki. With it, you can study the different upgrades and select one to craft at the pottery disc. Nope. This is the pottery disc. With it, you will shape handcrafted limbs and organs for the clients. I can actually move around. I was not expecting that. Can I go anywhere? Yeah. Well, might as well go in front of this if we're going to ask about it. Let's see. This looks like some sort of sensor. Is it a slowly rotating camera or something else? We got keypad. We got... This kind of looks like an unplugged cord, considering this connects up to here, that connects up to there. So what is this for? Basically, we got AC unit. We got pipes in the foreground that are just a silhouette. Seeing as 184 just got dropped here, it's strange that it starts slightly messy. This is the operating theater. Here you'll receive our clients, and you'll install their necessary upgrades. Are you ready to start getting clients? Yep, send them in. Perfect. First one coming. Okay. Are you ready to operate? Check client's file. No matter what I do, I can't raise my follower count. Please help me. Follow up. What do I... Just right click to go back. Okay. Oh, wait, I don't have a module. Stock is empty. Yep. Better start producing pieces. Okay. Online social... So probably the Enchantress, but I want to see what else there's. The Vizier. Highly enhances persuasion. Filters online content to blocking type of negative stimuli. The Godmother. God. Normally this would seem like a positive thing, but naming it the Godmother makes it sound dark. Prince dramatically increases sex appeal. The Temple eliminates a need for social acceptance. Ooh. The expected thing would probably be raising charisma online, but what if we installed the Temple instead? The Frog nullifies ambition and thirst for power, thus shuts your social conscience down. Okay, and back to the Enchantress. Let me double check that file. Yeah, I think I'm going to go the healthy option and reduce their desire for it. Nope, not what we need. Okay, so I think it's faster going this way. We'll set the design for the temple. This little minigame, I'm not sure how it works, but I saw it in the, like, trailer on Steam. It's a block of biomatter. Use this lathe to turn into a useful upgrade. To spin the lathe, just click repeatedly. The lathe gains enough speed, use right hand to shape the biomatter. Press buttons on device to the right to 1. Pick up a tool to shape the blueprint. 2. Rewind previous actions and correct mistakes. This will restore the biomatter to an earlier state. 3. Tune to some focus-enhancing music tracks. 4. Submit a finished piece or just exit the lathe. Feel free to experiment as much as you need. Remember, click repeatedly to spin the lathe. Move your right hand to shape biomatter, press buttons. Expecting great products from you. Akara, 184. Okay, so we're not going to do music in this first one. Because I don't know... It's probably not going to be blocked. But just in case it is, I think the first mission should remain accessible in the VODs. Let's see. Alright. God, the mouse arrangement gets a little weird. Okay. Up a little. Oh, no. How do I... Oh. There we go. Ah, shit. This is tricky. I might have to bring back the stylus style mouse for this. Like, I'm sure there's some leeway how close you gotta be for it, but yeah, I'm just gonna do some like mass cutting, make it a little easier to come back and fix. Nope. Nope. There we go. Assume green is good. Alright, we'll see if that is good enough. Production complete. The temple. Well done. Was that actually the temple we were looking for? Let me double check. Yeah, limited need for social acceptance. Yep. Alrighty. Okay, let us install. Freed them from their dull craving. Well done. I was intending to, like, potentially, like, fail that. One, to see what failure would entail. Two, if the game would give us a chance to redo it. So there are multiple correct answers, but they probably go to different routes of sorts. Alright, this client's file. You get more investors for my startups. My ideas are great, but I can't talk enough people into financing them. So that'd be the vizier for sure. Though actually, doing the prince, something that's like definitely unrelated to what they want, to see, because I can see a way the game could make that a success. Like having a better chance of seducing investors into getting involved. Modify submission through some power. Shuts social conscience down. That would be an interesting one to see how it would affect. We're going to go with the prince because it is even further from the expected results. We'll see what the game does with this. To start, there we go. God, after we're doing this with the mouse. Try the gentle curve to see what it's, how it works. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely not the tool we want. That's a lot more shallow than expected. There you go. Looks all green. Okay, we've completed the prints. Let us install. How will this affect the customer's request? Beauty is a passive tool, persuasion. Okay. Let's discover how he takes advantage of it. Okay, so we're going to keep tracking these customers, see the results. Okay. Ready to operate. What does this one want? I'm so sick of faithful speech on the internet that I fear I won't be able to write anymore and need my inspiration back. Alright, let's try to be more helpful for him. I need inspiration back. Victor Atomnoye, digital media. I just realized I did check the previous ones for that. Okay, something that could influence creativity. Definitely don't want the godmother. Or the temple. No. Social conscious town. This could be, because they're creative, it could be shutting down their social conscience makes them willing to explore topics that are not socially acceptable, which could lead to an interesting story. And honestly, it's the only thing I'm coming across that feels like it would really like do anything for a creative mind. Let's see. As usual, we'll start with this tool. Get down here as well. Next, going to this angle is going to be the best. First, get in here. That's going to need the square tool again, actually. There we go. Oh, shit. This game is tricky, having to click to keep the thing moving like a pottery wheel, but also aiming. The easiest way seems to be like going back and forth between portions of clicking and chipping away. God, it's not my prettiest work. Let's try a bit more of a gentle curved one to try and even this out. I think that's good enough. Production complete, the husk, well done. I know I could just like pre-make all of these, get some more practice in, but I kind of want to stick to as the need pops up. Shut the social conscious down. Alright, game, what are you going to say now? Some distance from society's affairs may heal his soul. Let's see. Martin Witz. Oh, hey, it's the investor guy. Follow up. Always thought oral sex would be a great tool for business. It was just a rumor, but it got me really far. Thanks. Now give me more weapons to thrive. Don't like the phrasing of that. But okay. One sec. Just gonna really quickly. Let's see. It's got mature rated. Should I add? Let's see. We're going to go ahead and click on sexual themes as well, just to be safe. Because it's mature rated. I mean, we're talking about the rumor of oral sex being a tool for business. It's like, nah. But okay. Let's see. The Godmother might be fun to further push this entrepreneur, tech bro type to do something very stupid. Because he's never seeing any negative comments about what he's doing or how he's doing it. Now, might as well push him the full, like, devil's deal. It's like, oh, we'll help you succeed in business, but we are going to tarnish your image and you won't even care. Where was it? Yep, there it is, the Godmother. Not a design I would have expected myself to use, but, you know, screw this guy over. I am for it. How is there... Oh, because it comes to the side. Okay. We're going to start with that to get these kind of, like, center bits done. There. Now we can do a bit cleaner than that. There. It's not evening out, and I don't like that. It's like the game is vexing me specifically. Okay, let's get... there, and I think the rest is going to be better with this big curve. Oh wait, no, this needs to be that curve, because it's going inward. Okay. Okay, I kind of like that music. I need to remember to get the music going. Okay, we have the Godmother. Page, I think it's going to go in here. No, it's not. Alright. Take the Godmother. Stop caring about appearances. The negative. I wonder how ignoring hate will match his purposes. Alright, this client. Follow up from Martin. What the fuck have you done? Keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Don't protect me from hate. Give me something useful. Fucking... be more specific then. He immediately came back. Alright, fine. Let's see what modules I have. I don't feel like making something new for him. Need for social acceptance. Dramatically increase sex appeal. You know what? Thus, shut down social conscious. You're willing to bang your way to success. Well, what are you going to do if you no longer have the conscience to restrain yourself? Lack of social conscience and excessive ambition may prove to be a dangerous mix. This looks like he's already back. So this is what happens if we give him potential. Oh, no. Wonderful. I'm having tons of app ideas to abuse the shit out of people's fear and anxiety. Now I need more investment. Ooh. right thing. Eliminates the need for social acceptance. I mean, that sounds like something a lot of tech bros already have. Fucking shoving AI into everything, despite the public going, we don't fucking want it. Social acceptance is irrelevant in sociopathic alliance. Not implying anything, just a comment. Alright, I never needed friends. I need money. Who needs acceptance when you can drive a Ferrari? There we go. That's a tech bro there. Now can we... Oh, wrong thing. Now can we do the whole thing about filtering out stuff he doesn't... Yep, there we go. The godmother. That he doesn't care about social acceptance. Blocking the hate. Ah, damn. Is there something else that we need to do specifically? Yeah, we'll go ahead and make the enchantress. Seems simple, shape-wise. Alright, we're going to start with this. Got most of it done there. Alright, now... Alright, now let's see Mr. Tech Bro with the enchantress. Is he already back? I see you got a couple of successful crowdfunding campaigns running, but I still need to have the big fish on board. Okay, so what it's gonna do, what it looks like, is this is gonna force us to give the, air quote, correct thing. Damn. Okay, persuasion skills with the vizier. If I missed, we're going to start with... Oh, come on, there we go. Triangle. Right, next we're going to do a curve here. Vizier is a little tricky, actually. Requires almost every tool. Ah, shit. Overdid it. That should do. This one next. Next one, because we don't need a curve on it. Okay. I am interested in the fact that this is called a pottery wheel. Like, I know why, because it spins as fast as we, like, pump energy into it. But they're not referred to with pottery terms at all. Create the key to seduce the powerful, yeah. Though great power can lead to greater ambitions, I hope you'll be okay. Nope, he continue wanting more. Okay. Good stuff. I want to get 6 digits in the investments. If I want all my startups to survive, I'll need him more. Keep it rolling. Or maybe there is no correct answer for them, and he just wants frickin' everything. Is there anything we haven't already done? I think we've done everything we've already made. Defies ambition and thirst for power. That'd be interesting after everything we've already done. Oh, no, that is literally all that's left. Got it. Okay, start with this, which is probably going to be the trickiest one we've done so far, to be honest. This needs to be done too. The next... No. We can do a little of this. One more there. Square, we're going to start with the bottom here because it's the smallest bit. Alright. Then it's already done. Okay. Okay, the frog is all that's left for this dude. He's gotten literally everything else at this point. This is the only thing that'll make him not want for anything. Literally. That was an excellent job, Akara 184. Thank you, Master. Get ready for a new batch of clients. In this new batch, you'll have some customers tagged as Supercontinent Limited Executives. When a client matching that profile comes, just install whatever they ask for. We're in no position to judge our owners. Understood? We know we already operate. Alright, incoming jobs. Members of the city, stop believing in the power of their souls. Please lend me a way to open their minds. Ooh, don't like that. Fortune teller or not. Adrian Ferguson. A crucial merger to negotiate. Hit me up with something powerful. Johanna Seftis. Dealing with serious anxiety crisis lately due to our recent company plans. Need to get a hold of myself. Ooh. The COO. Ooh, really don't want them to be losing their morals. Radhika. So to activate my neuron algorithm inhibitor. What? No, I'm going to start with Radhika. Because I'm not sure what that means. What they're going to want, really. Yes, I'm in. Or Radhika's going to be the last, aren't they? This is... Ariadne. A way to open minds. We're going to go ahead and give them the frog. What? Holy shit. Ariadne! What? Ariadne from Proxima? Yeah, from what I'm seeing, it looks like she's infiltrated one of Supercontinent Limited's implant clinics. The one which our cute robot friend here worked. Oh, of course. It makes sense. Do I have to pay for this info, or are you gonna just tell me? Yeah, don't see it. Such a crybaby. Like I told you, Akara androids are a secret project from Supercontinent. They're built with a certain degree of conscience that allows them to advise us humans on optimal life decisions with our happiness in mind. I see. The thing is that Proxima managed to purloin in Akara for themselves and have been tampering with their conscience a bit. I guess we're about to discover what they got out of it and what they're planning on doing with it. Oh, the plot thickens. Let's keep digging. One sec, gonna just mute and clear my throat. Alright, had a rough part just sticking in there. Much better. Bringo, welcome. We, what is... Oh, it's a hologram. Okay, I was wondering what's going on with the shape of the glove or whatever on her hands hang, but okay. Let's see, what have you missed? It's Cyberpunk Dystopia. We are mainly playing as a bartender who works as an information merchant, and his partner is very skilled on the piano. And we are currently going through this particular android's memories for what they're seeing here. And things are not great. Their job seems to be implanting something in bodies that come slinging along, not conveyor belt style. What is it? You ever seen a meat processing facility where it's got like half a cow, like all the meat just still attached to the bone and swinging on by with meat hooks? It kind of looks like that. But what we do is we make these modules in the computer that affect how they think and implant them. And they do stuff like blocking their ability to care about negative comments on the internet, just a pure filter. And what was another thing? Increase the ability to gather followers either digitally or just passive persuasion, as well as making them think it's like, man, they're an absolute sex god and they should use that. So, useful little helpful tools, as well as just absolutely mind-boggling, why would you design this to affect someone if you're not, like, a big evil corporation? So yeah, classic dystopia nonsense. Please, go back to the operation belt so I can help you. If you don't go back, I can't make you happy. Don't worry, I'm in the process of making myself happy. Why are you doing this? Why? Let's see. How much do you know about yourself? I am Akara 184. My purpose is to make humans happy. That's a way to put it, yes. You are the first android capable of making ethical decisions. That could qualify you as sentient, The people I work with, they think you're wonderful. I agree with them. We believe in your potential, and in our opinion, Supercontinent is cheating you by limiting your options. Like they're making you choose the lesser evil, What are the other options? We're getting right to it. Consider this an experiment for the sake of society. I'm updating your implant database with a very particular set of choices. I know it's a bit ironic to remove your previous options, but let's say they have at least 183 other Akaras to do their dirty work. We want to see how you do in a more revolutionary setting. Will that make you happy? More than anything. Oh, also, Proxima hacked into the schedule servers of H+ Core and appointed several Supercontinent Limited executives to come after me. So you can have fun with your bosses. Oh, shit. What now? Proxima sent Ariadne to the implant clinic to substitute the regular implants with some disruptive human upgrades. Or should I say downgrades? I told you, Proxima is plain evil. But they scheduled some of Supercontinent's top brass to that specific clinic. So allow me to keep rooting for them. Oh, God. Proxima also hacked the Overseer systems, so if you can feel worry in any form, don't sweat it. What we're doing here is totally under the radar. Can I go back to work? Yes, please. I'm going to be monitoring your rogue implants. I thought I might as well gather some intel from the execs you are. And, if you feel you want to talk about something, I'll be curled up here. Thank you. Alright, let's see what we have now. The Punk. Induces aversion to corporations and rejection to authority. Ooh, I want to put that in a CEO. Like, I'm not totally against this cyber hack. The hippie. Oh, the hippie. Highly enhances your empathy and magnifies compassion. Ooh, that actually might be better. Caring about people, thinking about what it's like for them to live. The Grandpa renders the user immune to implant effects. Interesting. Do these count as implants, though? Oh no, looks like we just have the 3. So, I mean, we're definitely making the hippie, because that's very good, just to have on hand. Forces benevolence, yes, exactly. Alright, we are going to start... Oh, I forgot I got to lift like this. We're going to start with some tunes. Kind of like this. Because you weren't here earlier, we have to actually click to get this spinning before we can actually start cutting away at it. Makes her a little strange for control, but I do kind of dig it. Oh. There we go. I don't like this close enough thing, though. The fact that these wibble in and out makes me feel like I didn't do it right. Yeah, these are our cylinders of biomatter. Very, very Homestucky in their shape. Though, you know, maybe they in Homestuck are taken from a common inspiration. I don't know. Come on, just a bit more. There we go. And the rest will be easier with the square. There we go. I'm going to start at the top. Nope. Little. Take a little bit more off the top here. There you go. That looks better. That doesn't look very useful. Are you sure the holo check was completely green? Man, it forces empathy upon CEOs. That's super useful. Oh, right, you work for another company. You probably want them to be more evil or some shit. The ones in Homestuck are minimal? I mean, true. But I just mean, like, the general shape thing. It feels like something they have a common inspiration for. Like carving away at a cylinder to make this kind of wibbly-wobbly shape. Crucial merger to negotiate. Hit me up with something powerful. The most powerful thing of all. What do you mean? I did make a... Oh, you prick. You're gonna force us to make something evil, huh? We're gonna try to start with the grandpa. See if she lets us keep that made. Let's see, what we're going to need first is that one. This major cutaway here is the inverse curve. Yep, just like that. I think, no, we can't get away with that. And then there's square here. There, and I think it's just slightly more out there, like a top. That's supposed to be curved, but the game is accepting it, so I'm not going to question that. There we go. Production complete. The grandpa. Well done. Okay, she'll let us put in the grandpa, which will just nullify hacks, I guess. Yeah, nope, only the grandpa. You need implants in Ferguson. I don't know why it gave us 3 modules as if we had a choice. There are only 3 of these things successful and it said no. Just install exactly what they demand. From I've heard, Ferguson even uses implants to keep himself from getting hungry so he can optimize his time. You just really did a number on that guy. Alright, what does this woman want? I've been dealing with serious anxiety crisis lately due to our recent company plans. I need to get hold of myself. Is it going to let us use that other module now? Or are we going to have to... Oh, we might have to remake it. I want to force empathy upon a CEO, please. If she's going to object to it, the game could at least be kind enough to have her object before we carve it out. Alright. this one. Here. Oh shit, bit too much. There you go. Oh, come on. Game. God, straight lines are so hard with a regular mouse. Okay. Alright. Looks like she's going to let us actually do this one. There you go. Take some empathy, you COO. If she happens to be having second thoughts about whether what they're doing is right, this is definitely going to tip the balance to our side. Hope this doesn't totally wreck her. Or, well, would I care about some corporate pig? In any case, I wonder what she's so anxious about. Let's try digging into her neural drive. With all due respect, that doesn't really seem ethical. Well, Kara, that's what we revolutionaries do. We break rules in pursuit of a better world. How can breaking the rules lead to a better world? The question is, who defined the rules in the first place? To properly answer that question, I'll need to delve deeper into the meaning and implication of rules. Then I'll be able to determine who should be. This can't be possible. If you ever get the chance, you should try talking ethics with your creators, not me. I just uncovered the most fucked up scheme a corporation's tried to pull yet. Supercontinent is planning to transform us all into a pile of smiling, brainless dolls. The project goes by the name of Social Psych. Well, that does not look like a good thing. How did you not hear that, ma'am? Ma'am, there's a gun trained on your location. Involves every human being with implants in them. No shit, they've been slashing the price on implants over the last few years. I read here that currently more than 59% of the population wears some kind of upgrade. They plan to expand the program to 99.7% of the population by some sort of mirror neuron algorithm? What's that? They plan to execute this on... What? But this... You know too much, ma'am. Who makes the rules? Akara 184, commitment compromised. Dismissing unit. Ah. I see what they mean by dismissing units. Fuck. What happened? I got to know and feel how Akara here got wrecked. He was gunned down by the clinic's security systems. Along with Ariadne. Shame. I liked that girl. Revolutionaries don't live long, but we do live intense. Oh, no. Are you a revolutionary now? Don't tell me you're planning on finishing that girl's job. It's not that. Just before she was zapped, Ariadne discovered a pretty fucked up scheme. From Supercontinent Limited, what a surprise. Shut up, I mean fucked up. Even for a corporation. They're moving into mind control. A system or something called social psych welfare. It'll manipulate implant wearers, so allow me to take this personally. It does sound fucked up, even for a corporation. It's like, honestly, the writing was on the wall with some of the first implant or whatever things I made. Fucking removing someone's filter for hate comments. Removing their ability to have ambition, forcing them to be horny bastards. It's like, that's borderline mind control. Who would ask? It's like, hey, could you make it so I just no longer felt the need to, push for promotions or a better lot in life? It's like, who would fucking ask for that, honestly? Now, that's something you ask for someone else. And there's no way they'd be agreeing to that operation. Are you sure about this? Donovan, they killed Ariadne just for reading it out loud. Okay. let me dig a little deeper into all this before you try to pull some crazy stunt. Don't want you joining the revolutionary grave. Human improvement compromise. Oh, that makes sense now. What do we do with them? Akara is an android specialized in empathy, right? Let's have him patched up. I have an idea. Welcome to the Red Strings Club. And I thought I was the crazy bastard. There's a fine line between a crazy bastard like you and a genius like me. Now to blame you for not being able to see the difference. Whatever. Let's go over the plan. We have to find a way to infiltrate Supercontinent Limited's offices. Then I'll hack their operation down. Bam. That's like the last stage of the plan, man. First, we have to know if all this poses a real threat. What it really means, and how it'll affect us and this town. Maybe there's even a way to sabotage it without having to send you in. It's a real fucking threat, Donovan. We don't know how much time we have left until they turn me into a brainless doll. Okay, how about this? You start securing an infiltration method, talk with your terrorist friends and their ilk, do your thing. It'll take you a couple of days at least. In the meantime, I'll gather some intel, make sure we avoid what trouble we can. My investigation will determine what course of action is needed. But then, and only then, we'll decide if you go in there. You hear me? If this happens to be as apocalyptic as you predict, I'll back you up with everything I have. You'll go in a lot more prepared this way, don't you think? On the other hand, if we find this isn't such a big deal, you call off the operation. We pay your hacker friends for the trouble, and that's it. Alright, Donovan. Okay. A much wiser way to proceed? No? Yes, okay. You're right. Thank you, Donovan. You're very welcome, handsome. The client is approaching the club. Wow, how do you know? I'm accessing footage from all recording devices in proximity of the club in real time to better help Donovan. You can do that? Yeah, that's concerning. Especially the fact that, these androids were designed to be kept in a small room with all their clients being brought to them. Why would they be given a remote access ability to just any cameras or whatnot in the area? That's a huge sign in favor of Brand A here. I told you they'd make a great aid. Now go, I know who's coming. I called a consultant engineer who was recently hired by Supercontinent to work on some new bionics firmware. Good thing she's revolutionary. I mean, I think that depends on what we do and how we do it. This is the same game company that made Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. And while there weren't any, bad endings, there were certainly some worse ones than others. So I think a chance of us fucking shit up is probably going to be actually more heavily against us, considering this is a cyberpunk setting. There's so many easy ways for someone to fuck up and get themselves killed by the Corvos in any cyberpunk setting, if it's good. I've worked with her in the past, and my instincts tell me she's got something to do with all this. You sure pull the red strings quick. Time is of the essence. Don't want my favorite crazy bastard to turn into a brainless doll. Goodbye, genius. I'll keep you posted. Alright. Akara, remember, don't interact with the clients unless necessary. Welcome to the club. Thank them when they leave. If your empathy superpowers make you aware of something you want to share with me, wait until we're alone in the club. Got me? Understood. Well, hello there, ma'am. I am liking the kind of glittery, sequiny looking headband, I assume. Welcome to the Red Strings Club, Diana Mayes. Oh, am I that famous? Damn you, Cara, don't go saying clients' names. How should I cover this? Yes, you are that famous. Come on, Diana, you've even been on TV. It's only natural you have admirers, isn't it? Well played. But you don't have to kiss my ass. When did you start hiring brats to work at the bar anyway? Are you getting old? Yeah, you know, my leg isn't getting any better and I thought I could use an extra hand. Must be tough facing life without any upgrades, huh? I'm happy. Does that count? Congratulations! Do you have a light? Okay, well, spare the preamble and guess why you called me. It's because of the dead girl at the H-Core clinic. Shit, you engineers don't like to waste time, huh? I know your boyfriend works with these Proxima rascals on the regular and figured you'd want details. And I thought I was the information broker. Damn. What's that info gonna cost me? There's some information I'd like you to get me in exchange. This nut will be pretty hard to crack, but I trust you're the best. Now you're gilding the pill. What do you say we start with a drink on the house? Yes, please. I've been dying to sip from one of your cocktails again. Right away, miss. Hey, Newman, my muse, are you around? Oh, right, he's got some sort of, like, AI thing, just, like, read customers and figure out which way we can push them towards sympathy or fear. I think fear, considering the scale of this threat. Good idea to get a little fire burning under her ass. This time it's a real deal. Let's get some info out of this girl. Remember, fill the glass with spirits to tune into the soul discs. Adjust the size of the disc by adding ice to the drink. Fill the notebook with your objectives. Please take a look at them. Alright. We take notes, adding facts, and updating the objectives as we progress. So please check it out now and then. One more thing. Before asking her any questions, think about whether she's in the right mood to answer them. This isn't a video game. We can't keep repeating the same dialogue again and again. If you need to change the mood, just serve her another drink and we'll take it from there. In this case, sympathy may draw out confessions and fear may exploit her paranoia. I'll trust your instincts, my magical friend. Alright. Do we know anything different here? Nope, same photos before. Oh, actually, you missed it. So this is what our little bartender and his piano-playing hacker friend used to look like. He seemed to have some sort of, like, cord implant thing going out the back of his head. We're trying to figure out what social site welfare is, as well as the mirror neuron algorithm. When they plan to execute this, what role Akara plays in all this, why Supercontinent is doing this. Okay, so we got the what, when, what, why. Is this legal, and is the government aware of this? Well, here we have... Must fax and click that ice cube at some point. Oh well. What we know so far, Supercontinent developed social site welfare. They plan to propagate it with the mirror neuron algorithm. Johanna Seftis is the Supercontinent's COO, and Adrian Ferguson, Supercontinent's CFO. Now this just tells us about the drinks and the direction they go, but it does not matter because there are also arrows on the bottles. Okay, so ice shrinks the size of the glass. We're going to move this here. Start here. Oh, nope. A little bit too much. There you go. We can adjust that later. Now we need some downward direction. The pouring is kind of difficult to judge. There we go. Now we can serve. Really sour. You don't like it? Yeah, sorry. Listen, I'm starting to get a bad feeling about all of this. Do you mind if we do this quick? Of course, no problem. Fear seems to have taken hold of her. How do I start? Let's see. What information is it that she wants? You'll have to promise me one thing first. What's that? Promise me that you won't mention my name when you dig into this. That I can do. Don't worry about that. I want to know who the CEO of Supercontinent Limited is. Come again. Can't you just look it up? What you'll find online is that Supercontinent CEO is Jack B. Gaynor. But I swear to you, he's vanished. No one's seen him for 2 years. Supercontinent's strategy has become more and more aggressive. So that's a fact we've got. They're becoming aggressive. Why don't you ask your employers? Don't you work for them? I can't, Donovan. I'm scared. Please, do this for me and I'll give you whatever you want in exchange. Next, we can focus on your issue first. That only makes me more nervous about what you'll ask in return. Diana, you're one of my best contacts. I would never cause you harm in any way. Okay. Thanks. Okay, let's ask what she's been working on lately while she's still a little scared. Why do you ask? Nothing, just my usual contracts. Why, someone paid you to investigate my projects. Hey, I was just making small talk, relax. Sorry. Things at work have been turbulent lately, a bit jumpy. Sorry, we'd better change the subject. Oof. Okay. We'll serve another drink, and we'll go, let's see, we need 2 ice cubes, looks like. Yes. Upward momentum. That should do good enough. We need some rightward direction. Not quite. There we go. God, you're the fucking best. Why do you need information dealing side hustle when you make cocktails this good? I'm telling you, you should be a world-famous bartender. Glad you like it. Just be in a good mood. Why do you want to know about Supercontinent CEO? If you don't mind me asking. I guess a proper explanation is due if I want you to do a decent job. As I said, I believe the CEO is no longer Jack B. Gaynor. I've never met the guy in person, nor was he a celebrity. But he showed his face when necessary. Now, I can't find a record of a public appearance that's not at least 2 years old. Plus, Supercontinent's strategy changed dramatically 2 years ago. Changed how? I feel like they've become more aggressive, cruelly pragmatic. So, Are you worried because they're behaving like a normal corporation? Yes. I didn't take you for an idealist yuppie, Diana. Supercontinent has never been up to any good, no matter how pretty their marketing. Except they actually serve a greater good. Supercontinent had done a lot for this country and people around the world. For example, look, Supercontinent is powerful, but they're not a massive corporation. Their fundamental goal isn't to accumulate power, but to grow their ability to help people. Supercontinent's executives are some of the lowest paid among major world corporations. Okay, so here's the thing, that doesn't matter too much. Helping people can be a great disguise for fucking them over in the long run. Like, Monsanto, I can't remember which country, but I believe it was in Africa, after, like, harsh famine. They were willing to donate a bunch of their seeds. Specifically seeds, genetically modified, to produce crops that do not produce usable seeds. Pretty much making the people who are struggling become reliant on them. Especially because a lot of the crops are also very reliant on fertilizer, because it just fucking sucks everything out of the soil. You can't have a monoculture because it's like the same crop again and again every year is going to suck the same nutrients out of the soil until there's nothing left. It's why crop rotation was such a great breakthrough in the agricultural industry. And they did it all under the guise of, helping people in times of struggle. During a famine, it's like, nah. Plenty of evil shit can be done under the guise of kindness. That's because they don't aim for profit, but social change, it's a company. Social change should not be their thing. Following social change, like a social media site, sure. But driving it, oof, more red flags. I've witnessed it all myself. I'm part of it. Supercontinent plays the corporate game, but their goals aren't so different from yours. Then why aren't they a non-profit? Supercontinent has fought many unjust laws, keeping governments in check. Supercontinent pleads for decent housing for everybody. They offer free and legal representation to those who can't afford it. Hell, a few years ago they dismantled the entire city police because of corruption. If they're so nice, what do you have to fear? That's not the problem. I feel like they're not so nice anymore. I mean, the ideals and objectives are still laudable, but they've become heartless in some way. A lot of brilliant employees have been dismissed with little reason. So here's the thing. Actually, before I forget about it, you said they helped dismantle police in the city. Like, taking away their power, made it so they're not needed, etc., etc. Honestly, good job. That's something we kind of really could use in the real world. But also, corporations chase profit. It's the only way for them to be sustainable in the eyes of their investors. I don't see how just tackling the corruption inherent in a police system is a way towards that. So dismantling them means dismantling those who might actually hold them accountable for some fucked up shit they're doing, who might investigate leads that lead to them. Yeah, corporation does that, has an ulterior motive. Exactly, Brango. A non-profit doing that? A community watch group doing that? Sure. Whatever. Getting some sympathy, support from, financial means from a company? It's a little iffy, but I'd allow it. Full-on dismantling. Something's going on there. And they're using something that benefits you to cover up whatever it is they're doing. They've been squeezing us to our limits with aggressive goals and deadlines. They have a big agenda that they need to execute at any cost. Interesting word there. Execute. Interesting. I'm gonna pin a note with that. Jack B. Gaynor wouldn't have allowed that. So it's a question of job comfort, eh? I wish that was the extent of it. I don't want to sound paranoid, but it's hard to get work done when I think my life is in danger. Yeah, that's harsh. Anything we know? Okay, I'll gather as much info as I can. Now, tell me about Ariadne's death. Actually, before we continue, so Ariadne, named for the Greek myth about the weaver who was compared to Athena in her domain of craftsmanship. And for overcoming Athena's skill in a competition, turned into a spider. And this is the start of the conspiracy web. Oh wait, that was Arachne. Okay, where am I thinking? Oh no, she's the thread in the labyrinth. Okay. Sorry. Two Greek myths, very similar ladies' names, and ties to thread. Definitely not good for my old noggin. Okay. Yeah, the sort of thread in the labyrinth is still also an interesting parallel for the game to be making. Oh, so you already know who it was. Well, that's my job. I called you hoping you could tell me something I don't know. But don't you know, then? Ariadne was one of the Perseus, the thread used to escape the labyrinth. Yes. Or more specifically, is a thread that led back to the entrance, but you had to be at the entrance to start. Finding it in the middle of the maze probably wouldn't have helped if you take it to face value as a literal thread. So we have three interesting questions. We're going to start with the assumption we only get to ask one. We kind of know why she was killed, so we'd be asking for what the cover story for why she was killed. Why she has to be silenced seems like it's something that might put her in danger, what she was doing there. If we're only going to get one, I think we go with what she was doing there, at least with the story for why she was there. I have no idea. I can only speculate why she was there. Alright, let's speculate together then. SPW. How do I open the information thing? Nope. We're going to start with this to see where it goes. What? Social psych welfare. Oh, right, that. So, you know about it. Just the name. I thought you might be involved. Oh god, I hope she wasn't killed over that. Yes, I'm the director of that project. So, SPW is worth killing for, huh? Yeah, definitely got some more info now. Where is it? I think that might have just been that she's a director of it. Yes, I mean, for supercontinent it is. I'd never do that. But not because there's anything shady, only because it's so revolutionary. As we saw with Brandy, that's a dangerous term to be describing something as. I see. Tell me more about social psyche welfare. I guess there's no way back with you now, so I'm going all in. Are you ready? Shoot. Social psych welfare is the greatest revolution in the area of human comfort. We've been working for a long time on designing a system that always keeps the user at their best. Okay, before we continue this, a company pursuing methods to keep a human being always at their best seems very much like looking for cheap labor with minimal need for breaks or food or sleep. Just gonna put that there before this continues. SPW is able to tell apart feelings like depression, anxiety, rage, and keep them in check using only the power of your physiology. It's It's all natural, no secondary effects. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're gonna go out there. It straight up sounds like a mind control device, at the early stages at least. That's quite a stretch. Isn't unhappiness what drives us forward? Yes, it's like invention, more often than not, comes from seeing a need and pushing forward with your desire to fix it. Fix a perceived problem or make something easier. What was it? It's a silly putty. Be one of the few examples of something invented not because of a need that was seen. As a byproduct of it, trying to create better rubber for boots. And then just the inventor accidentally created silly putty instead, which is a fun toy many enjoyed. But it's like there are people who out there who actually succeed at making better footgear or more economical or less environmentally damaging rubber, etc. What you're selling sounds like the worst kind of conformism. No one will ever be willing to fight, to rebel, to disrupt our world. That's pretty convenient for corps and governments alike, isn't it? The fine print of eternal happiness is absolute obedience. Don't exaggerate. I'm using SPW right now. Do you see me as a harmless lamb? I don't think so. How can you know? I feel better than ever, and that... See, here's the other thing. Isn't this bad for you? Can't you feel the effects of it? And someone's saying, it makes me feel better. It makes me feel like more than I've ever been before. That's the same kind of story addicts have. It's like, why do you keep, going into using crack? It's like, because in the moments after using it, I feel great. I feel good. It's like, that's addiction, babe. It's not great. That's why I've been cutting back on Dr. Pepper, because, yeah, sure, it's not going to kill me the same way, chain smoking will, but it's not healthy relying on it. See, you're wrong about unhappiness being the greatest motivator. Best goals are born from joy and love, except you came here with the hope of finding out what happened about the previous CEO, from no small amount of fear that something has happened to him. So, counterpoint. I don't blame you. You've always been a survivor. But those days are almost over. Oh wait, I did that the wrong voice for that. I don't want to sound delusional here, but SPW is fucking worldwide peace. Can't you see it? Yeah, you know what else is worldwide peace? Global annihilation, except for a dozen-ass humans who can survive off whatever food they're growing themselves. It's a lot harder to, fight wars if there's not enough people to man the battlefields. Excuse me, but no, I can't see it. The world needs disagreement to keep evolving. World peace just means eternal slumber, yeah. And you know what? I may not have ever, been part of the super hulock generation of Tumblr, let alone that fandom. But seeing the arguments they got into with other people is a delight. Not having any dog in the fight and just seeing what happens, joy can come from conflict. In some minor ways. Let me stop you right there before you start making a plea for war. That's not what I mean. Only that you just said world peace is bad for humanity. Okay, this argument isn't going anywhere. Let's change the subject. Being built off of that, isn't it going to affect creativity? I hope so. Excuse me. Depression as a source of inspiration is just an unhealthy myth. Yes, it's unhealthy for depression being the only source of inspiration. But it is not just... Creating art from some of your lowest moments can help many people move past them. But also, it can be a beacon of light to those who are also suffering in silence and don't have a means to express it. And I wish I could just stop this part of the conversation right now, but we have to go through with it. Maslow's pyramid, baby. To achieve self-realization, to fully embrace creativity, you first have to be at peace. You don't have to be depressed to write a dark tale. You don't have to hate to draw violence. Objectively correct, those are both true. Art is emotion through the filter of calm focus. Then I'm going to say that's where you're wrong. What was the name of the piece? Shit, what was the name of the artist? It's the unknown artist who does a lot of, like, graffiti, almost like protesty themed art. And they did one where it's actually a modification of a thrift store painting. I think it was the banality of the banal, or something like that. They took this very traditional styled landscape piece, realistic while still clearly being a painting, and they added to it. They added a bench and a Nazi sitting there, themselves enjoying the landscape and its beauty. And it's pretty much protest pieces like people going, it's like, yeah, it's painting with a Nazi in it, whatever, instead of going, what's the fucking Nazi doing there? Get the shit out of here. Being upset about a Nazi being present at all. Like one should be. They're representative of some of the worst of humanity across history. The only reason I'm not saying the worst is because the absolute worst of humanity probably is in the parts of timeline where we don't have accurate historical writings to detail all of the atrocities committed. But it's like, yeah, no, that is an incredible piece, incredible message once you think of it, and there's no way that was through the filter of calm focus. Focus, perhaps, but not calm. Okay, but what experiences is the artist supposed to distill if they haven't felt anything before? Oh, but haven't we all felt enough already? What about the new generations? I suppose Supercontinent plans on pushing SPW to the whole population. So if kids are granted everlasting happiness from birth, what are artists supposed to distill? And brief aside, it's like we've seen some of the things that happen to people who never get told no in a way that makes them upset. The older they get before they finally get that pushback, before they get that no, you're not allowed to have that, the more violent the reaction seems to be. Rich kids being allowed anything they want. There's too many examples of shit that does not work out when you do it. I don't see the problem, Donovan. First of all, it's the government who will determine the minimum age to benefit from SPW also. Not great. But in any case, art doesn't exist to amuse you. I mean, a good chunk of it does, to a degree. Entertain, at least. It is but a reflection of the times. It can be two things. Well, actually, no. I mean, while all art does reflect the times, that's not its purpose. The Mona Lisa was a commission for a patron that Da Vinci just kept. They didn't actually deliver it. And people draw joy from the fact that it survived. But it was a commission piece. A commission does not reflect the times in the grand scheme of things. It reflects what the patron wanted. If humanity evolves, it's only natural that art evolve with it. If with SPW we're entering an era of art marked by celebration, so be it. Actually, no. Because SPW, it's going to manipulate your inner physiology to keep you happy. How is that going to affect art when not feeling good enough with, say, a stick figure and constantly improving your anatomy skills and your shading and your texture drawing If you don't feel upset to any degree with that, why would you ever push to improve yourself? That would absolutely affect art. You kidding me? You've really been drinking your own bathwater, huh? I don't understand why you're so radically against total fucking happiness, man. Because being human is all about hating, crying, fearing, and then loving and laughing and ephemeral fucking euphoria. Yes, exactly. It's the distinct ranges that are not gradual. They're massive fucking differences. Your lows can help the highs feel much better. To truly appreciate joy is sometimes knowing hardship. It's like fucking Donovan's got this. I guess you'll have to wait and see before you realize how good this is for all of us. Want to talk more about SPW? I mean, I'm getting the feeling they're not going to take this too kindly, so I've had enough SPW for today. Really excited about all of this. A mirror neuron algorithm. Sorry you're not a fan of it, but just accept it. This is the future. No, the present. Don't let it get under your skin or you'll ruin that fragile, handcrafted happiness of yours. Donovan, if I hadn't removed the part of my brain that processes love, I swear I'd fall for you every time. That's not a horrifying line to say, even as a joke. The fuck do you mean? You know what? We're probably going to get an answer for it, huh? So I'm just going to change posture. Okay. I don't know how you do it, but I always leave the club shaking. Yeah, no, we're going to hope for the sake of her mental health that was not literal. I'm starting to think you're putting something in my drinks. Yeah, alcohol. Just alcohol, I swear. But I'm glad I get through your ice-cold processors and stir those artificial feelings of yours. Hey, they're not artificial. They're just upgraded. Emotion can be a pitfall for a scientist like me. Better to have them in check. Gonna put a pin in that rant for later. You ought to live more dangerously, Diana. Inspiration plays a big part in being a memorable scientist. Maybe. I'll make sure to come back to the club anytime I need some good old mojo. Please do. I should be leaving now. Thanks for the drinks, the chat, and the info. And please, call me as soon as you get something on Supercontinent CEO. I will. Thank you for coming, Diana. My pleasure. Thank you for coming. See you next time, Diana. Okay, Akara, listen. Never again say customer's name. Why not? Because it makes them feel uncomfortable, paranoid. I was taught that repeating someone's name builds trust and familiarity. Yeah, but the Red Strings Club is a haven of sorts. My clients value their anonymity. If you blab their names right when they come in, they'll think I told you all about them. And you're supposed to be a mere trainee. Leave the name dropping to me. Understood. I'm sorry, Donovan. Don't sweat it, just keep it in mind, Kara. It won't happen again, Donovan. Are you trying the name trick with us, ma'am? To our face? Very well, Akara. Let's focus on your aptitudes instead of your weaknesses. Get any interesting insights from your empathic algorithms? Indeed. However, I don't see an easy way to properly communicate them. So I'd like to propose a game. A game? You're full of surprises. Play is one of the most primal human devices for learning and development. Transmitting the vast amount of data I've gathered from your conversation with Diana is impossible. So I've designed a process to let you reach your own conclusions. Moreover, I get to better understand you, so we can improve as a team. Sounds like pro HR talk. But sure, I'm in. How do we play? I'm going to ask you a series of questions. 10 to be exact. I have my own answers to them, but I am most interested in your input. When we are finished, I will let you know how many of them you got right. If you score at least 7 out of 10, I'll grant you a new skill. What? New skill? Do they use the AI of an RPG villager to build you? What the fuck did you mean by I removed the part of our brain in the process? Yeah, no, it's... I'm hoping in one way it's a very minor thing, such as, not trusting because she's, full of alcohol. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to trust that little crush. That's the booze talking. However, the whole, SPW or whatever program about making you happier, and it's like, she went, you know what, program? Romance never helps me out. If you just snip that part out of my brain, I'd be much obliged. Just like that. That's where I'm scared it's going to be. I'm hoping for a nice middle ground, far, far closer to the don't trust my feelings when I'm drunk bit. What the hell? Can you even do that? Give me a skill? A game without reward proves to be very dull. And yes, I can grant you something to improve your bartending skills. Why don't you just give it to me now? I'm designed to make you happy. A much different thing than granting your every wish. Sometimes I feel like you're some dumb mannequin, but now I believe the very devil could be running through your circuits. Shall I begin? This is exciting. You're more twisted than I thought. Give it to me. Alright. Here's a sippy out of the way. Is Diana physically attracted to you? Come again? What kind of question is that? How am I supposed to know? Please, just answer my questions. I know what I'm doing. If Diana is Diana physically attracted to you? Okay. So the question here is, do we take her at face value with this, like, man, good thing we turned off our ability to love, or we'd just fall for you all over again? It's like, I'm gonna go with yes. Ooh, is Diana 100% loyal to Supercontinent Limited? No. No, I think the fact that she came to us with concern about the CEO is doubt. Even if it's just 99% loyalty, that is still not the same. Is she proud of social psych welfare? Yes, I think that came through. Would Diana be happier without the effects of SPW? Juliet and does that fit? I feel there's going to be another comment. When you're typing it up, I'm going to say she's an Eldritch Horror that can survive without brain. I see. Let's see. To answer this question, I think the answer Akara has is no, which is not what I agree with, but I think it's the one she want, that they want. I shouldn't give gender to this android, robot, whatever, just because I don't think they have a sense of self, really. Does Diana know about the mirror neuron algorithm? She responded to it. I think she made a comment about surprised that we knew it. And from the name, mirror neuron algorithm, it's going to be about mapping the brain and neurons and its reactions and such, which I think is going to be tied into SPW in some way. So I'm going to say yes. Who's the person Diana most admires? Ooh. This is a question. Okay. Huh. So I'm assuming this is something we could have gotten the answer for, but we didn't make the right choice. Let's see. She routinely alters her neurology for various reasons, including, quote, handling social situations better and, quote, fighting without panicking. Neither of which seems healthy in the long run. I can certainly see the appeal of both. Okay, what is this? It's who she admires most. I'm gonna go ahead and knock herself off. Thinks highly of herself, perhaps, but I think it's weird if anyone considers admiration of their own actions. That feels weird. That feels like a disconnect from your own body. The reason why the rest of the lesbian angel polycule is constantly bothering her. Fair. Very fair. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with Nikola Tesla, because in a sense I also admire them and their drive. They came up with a way to wirelessly send out energy to houses that investors did not like because they wouldn't have had a way to track the usage of it by the households. Whether or not it was a sustainable idea or not, we won't know, because there's no way modern capitalism is going to allow that shit. But we'll go with that. Regarding our bartending, what spirit does Diana show me? Oh boy, I can't remember which was which. I think it's going to be an up. Tequila and absinthe were left and right, though I can't remember which. What's up? What's the up? Vodka was the white bottle, I think, which was down, which leaves bourbon for up. Did Diana lie to you during your conversation? I'm going to go with yes. What's Diana's greatest fear right now? Ooh. With how much she was defending SPW, I think it has to be tied into her work, which might be being depressed or that it fails. Huh. Yeah, I don't think she would talk up her program so much if she was scared of supercontinent. She doesn't like what they're doing, but I don't think that's fear of her. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you, Bringo. I think it's that SPW fails is going to be her fear. So it's just like, welfare as bad as you thought. This one I can't fail since it's my opinion. No. Maybe. It's as hard as not lying. Huh. This probably isn't a failure for the test. Almost said quest. Not failure for the test, but I think it is going to affect the game moving forward. I don't want to say I can see its benefits. And honestly, I don't think saying it should be optional is a good thing either, if only for practicality. So yes, it's plain evil. Diana's intentions might be honest, but it's still a brainwash. We can't allow this to spread. Yet no authorities can be trusted with it. If someone fucking made a potion of SPW in their lab and was willing to share it to anyone who wanted, like the process to making it, I'd be fine with that. Even if it's going to be a full-on Jekyll and Hyde scenario, they made that choice themselves. If a company sells that as a product, I don't trust like that. I wouldn't want Brandy to become a happy lamb. Okay, that was the last question. Did I pass? You got a 6 out. Ah, god damn it. This game tell me which ones I got wrong. I'm sorry, but you didn't read the context as well as I expected. I thought I was a cunning man. I'm ashamed. Since this was our first time playing, I can concede you another go at it. Want to try again? Yes. Go, she is physically attracted. She's not 100% loyal. She is proud. I think I answered yes to this last time. We'll say no. She does know about that. We went with Tesla. We're going to stick to that. Urban is definitely up. Yes, probably. That fails. Okay. That gave me the correctors, and now 5 out of 10. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. It's 6 out. Oh, there must have been another one I changed and didn't realize. I can do it once more. I'm going to say no, because it might be a trick question and that she did indeed turn that part off in her brain. She's not 100% loyal. She is proud. No, oh, there's no Tesla, bourbon, probably failure. God, we just gotta click through all this. Yes, plain evil. No, even further off. Damn. Okay, one last try. Just so I'm not doing this the entire time. So change that back to yes. This time I'm going to say she is, and that might be consequence of what she's doing. She is proud. Originally said no. Does know. Tesla. Bourbon. Yes. SPW. All right. Alright, whatever. That feels like cheating. This is like, what, 4th time? Failed cards quiz about Diana. Curious about the prize, though. I was going to produce a short span memory resetter for you. Is that a cool name for a shot? No. One of my abilities is to synthesize psychoactive drugs. The system was designed to deal with emergency anxiety crises and such. But given the unusual context we are in, I can widen its purposes. Adding it to a client's drink would make them think they just sat at the bar for the first time. Oh, that's a useful thing. Ah well, we made our decision. That way you could explore different paths in a conversation without them noticing. Wow, that sounds crazy and a bit immoral. Why aren't you manipulating them with your drinks? I thought this would be helpful. You got me there. It really would have been useful, all right? Pay better attention to the next client and you may win one. Couldn't you just make a ton of them for me since we're such good friends? I have a limited chemical repository for such purposes. Snuma either way, yeah. Possibly art. Possibly. So I'd rather keep these as prizes for our little games. I have a feeling I'm not going to win any of them. Or there's going to be like one success towards the late game. How playful of you. Gotcha. Let's keep it like this then. No, memories are new. Oh, okay. Emotions are indeed art. I detect a client approaching the club. So soon. Didn't expect anyone else tonight. You want me to check their background? Yes, please. Nema Kosa, 34 years old. She's a corporate lawyer at Supercontinent Limited. Footage from nearby locations show that she's been shadowing Diana. This may be troublesome. Alrighty. Do you want me to drive her away? Can you do that? I could send a fake emergency meeting request to her phone, for example. Her skill set begins to seem uncanny. You want me to drive her away? No, let her in. If fate brought her to the Red Strings Club, there has to be a reason. And we're happily going to exploit that. Welcome to the Red Strings Club. Absinthe on the rocks, please. Welcome to the Red Strings Club, miss. I'm afraid I can't just serve that to you. This is not your usual bar. Here, you tell me how you feel, and I fix you a matching drink. I see. And I feel like asking you a series of questions regarding why you're prying into my client's business. How dry. You must be a lawyer, no? That's correct. I'm here representing Supercontinent's interests. What was Diana Myers' business here? Hold your horses now. Apart from serving drinks, I'm also an information broker. So questions have a price tag in this club. Okay, how much? Here's my deal. You ask as many questions as you want, then I could ask that many questions myself. Fair enough. Although I should inform you that, unlike you, I won't be able to disclose any of my clients' sensitive information. Fair enough. Although I must let you know that, unlike you, I know my way around empathy and subtlety. You risk leaking more information than you might think. I'll take my chances, Mr. My name's Donovan, owner of the Red Strings Club. Nice to meet you. I'm Naim Kos, corporate lawyer at Supercontinent Limited. Shall we commence business? Fire away. What was Diana Myers' business here? She's an old friend, which is not false. She pays me a visit every now and then. We had a drink and caught up. That's it. Please, at least have the decency not to lie to me. I won't lie to you either. If I can't disclose something, I will clearly specify so. Except that was the truth, Miss Gossa. Friendship might sound alien in your world, but we still keep loving each other at street level. Kept Diana safe from nameless inquiry. Nice. Next question is about the Proxima organization. They've been making trouble for my client lately. I'd like to know exactly what Proxima's got on Supercontinent Limited. Ooh, we could go fishing for information about the new CEO. Proxima knows about your new CEO, if you know what I mean. From what I've heard, they found some pretty juicy stuff. That can't be possible. Can't wait to get my hands on that info, to be honest. Those are just some unfounded rumors. What if you happen to get a hold of that intel? We'll gladly pay you a hefty sum if you come to us first. Ah, yes. Corporate speak for we're gonna fucking kill you before you can share it. Didn't know you were that into rumors. Enough. Next question. Where's Johanna Seftis? Come again. Where is Johanna Seftis? You're saying that as if I should know her. What a poor information dealer you are if you don't even know Supercontinent's COO. What's the matter? Is she missing? Forget about it. Ooh, more info. We didn't even have to put out a line for it. No fishing necessary. That was all I had to ask. My turn then. Go ahead. You have 3 questions. I can't have you sitting there without a drink, though. This is a club, after all. Okay, but I won't be telling you how I feel or any of that nonsense. That's one who got empathed? I believe so. I'm pretty sure as the CEO I had to empathy because they wouldn't let me do the CFO? Whatever. Whoever the other person was, they were a dude. Don't worry, you let me know enough about yourself already for me to work my magic. Trust me, you'll like this. Okay, we got 3 things. Stress her out, raise her ambition, or remorse. Ooh. Okay, we got some juicy options. So, I do like stressing her out, because we did already make her think Proxima's on to their new CEO. Because she's all but admitted there is one. Why would remorse be here, though? Yeah, we're going to go with stress, which is going to require some, there it is, vertical momentum. Built out a little bit. Too much. Not enough. That should be good enough. Alright, then we need turn 8 leftward. More up. Just a bit more uppies. There we go. There you go, man. You've just been served. It's the Green Fairy's blessing. Yeah. Look, I shouldn't be wasting my time here. No, you gotta pay up first, man. 3 questions. Make your questions quick. I have a lot on my plate. Hey, Tommy, welcome. As you can see, we're tending bar once more in the Red Strings Club. Cyberpunk dystopian setting. We've got Android on staff who can empathically read people, determine truth from lie, and whatnot. And they got here because some revolutionary type broke them out of a company that calls themselves Supercontinent, which is not blatantly evil, but it sure isn't good. Yeah, we just answered 3 questions for her, and as an information broker on top of bartender, we're gonna get information back. She looks stressed, let's exploit that. Understood the title, Red... Oh, no, Red Strings Club. Yeah. Very different from a bar. And, stripping is not something that happens here, except maybe stripping, robots for parts, or stripping fucking rust from metal with the strength of this alcohol. Yes, the Red String of Fate. Or, perhaps of Ariadne of the Labyrinth myth. So let's see, we only get to ask 3 of these. Everything be ready for the unveiling of FSPW next week. Ooh. Okay. I feel like we should only do one of the... Oh, wait, no, she's stressed. We should probably do both these bluffs. Huh. So the question is, which of the legitimate questions should we ask? I'm thinking... I'm first going to ask about the unveiling SPW next week. To start. Then perhaps either deal about Johanna, or Johanna, whatever, or the legality. Well, I think be ready for the unveiling of SPW next week. Fuck me, it can't be next week. That's what my people on the inside told me. Those clowns from marketing are going to hear from me. Thank you for the Wilhelm and the book club, Bruingo. It lets me know you care. I feel it as well as every bruise that packs my body with books flying at me. We're always cleaning up after them in the legal department. Let's see. Yeah, they told me they're even doing TV. Seriously, are they already on the phase? Jane's sake, fuck. Jane, what? The marketing's stupid name, the press operation. Forget about it. Our project named Gene Psych, we need to learn about that. Okay. Just let me know, in any case. No problem. 2 questions left. Interesting. Shoot, I'm still undecided. We're gonna go with the other bluff. Why didn't the CEO tell me about you? What, how do you know our CEO? We talked about the CEO of Supercontinent Limited. She didn't come to this dive, did she? Wow, dive. Really? I'm sorry, I just found it terribly shocking. We've dealt with Radhika and I've barely even seen her. Ooh. Wait. Shit. Fuck. That's one of the names in the memory of 184 here. Shit. That... Oh god, what was it they wanted? I'm blanking. Something about spreading their influence. I think that's what it was, because we were going to give her the mod that took away her ambition, because that was shady as shit. Oh no. Well, we found out who the new CEO is, at least. She shouldn't be visiting these kinds of places. Why not? She's not a baby. Barely. Did she come by herself? We always eat alone. Well, let the board members know immediately. Slow down. Why is this such a big deal? I'm done with this topic. I'll make sure you never get to see Radhika again. Wow. Okay. See, here's the thing, though. Because we bluffed, I think we just guaranteed we're gonna see her, if only for it's like, why are you telling people you've met with me? What the hell is the matter with this Radhika girl? It seems like you're right on the money with this. Oh god, I'm really wishing we won that quiz with 184 here. Because remember, they offered a little mixer for the drinks that would, like, kind of reset the conversation, take care of their short-term memory. Oh no. Oh boy, this is not great. Hey, Infested Fox, welcome. Server spirits, they hear it's quite well. Libations for liberation, where loose tongues do dwell, selling swigs for a story, magician mixing, spells sway till they find their quarry. That is a wonderful bit of poetry. Thank you for blessing my chat with it. Yeah, this does make me wish really, really hard I had tried harder on that quiz. And how goes it? A little bit more stressful now that I know I could have had a short-term memory-altering drug, and I didn't get it. Because this conversation makes me think people are going to come for me now. Okay, last question. I think we know... I think it's a good thing that we know what happened to Johannes Seftis, because we have a memory of her android friend for what they implanted with her, which we're pretty sure was giving her empathy and caring for other people. So, let's talk about the social psyche welfare's legality. Let's see. I still can't imagine how you convince the government to buy into it. Listen, you don't need to pry on this one because it's all perfectly above board. I don't think so, not if you have to describe it as such. The government has been in since the very beginning. And implant users are also on board, since all of them signed the T&C, the terms and conditions. That's not great either. Oh boy. Whoa, stop right there. Are terms and conditions really that legally binding? They better fucking not be. I mean, no one reads them. Well, if people don't give a shit about accepting long chunks of text, it's their problem. And this isn't just downloading iTunes. God, anyone else remember when iTunes was like a legitimate program? And not just like generic Apple Music thing now? Ugh, I miss those days. People actually agree to the forms in our clinics. And as the contract says, the user's physiology may be altered to ensure a stable mind-body environment. I think that should be implied, because it's a hospital. In fact, it would be concerning if it said the opposite, that the user's physiology may be altered and fail to stable your mind-body environment. That would be very concerning for a clinic to have in this T&C. But yeah, it should be about as legally binding as terms and conditions saying. It's like, and by agreeing to this, you sign away your right to class action lawsuits. That is bullshit, and should be illegal. And the Ministry of Health has determined depression, anxiety, and similar disorders to be serious social hazards. Right, like, back when some countries ruled that being gay was a mental illness, so you could call off from work from feeling too lesbian one day. And that got fucking changed real quick, didn't it? It's like, true story. I think it was, I want to say it's either Sweden or Norway. It's definitely one of the Nordic countries that happened in. People calling en masse, saying it's like, yeah, no, we're calling into work gay today. You figure something out. What a load of bullshit. If a client doesn't agree with the firmware update, they can always decline it. Yeah, render the hardware obsolete in the process. Listen, implants aren't a human right. Fair, I guess. So if someone isn't happy with their new update, they can just go back to their old, all-natural selves. Not cool, because at least some of the implants are most certainly some form of prosthetic. Except that they'll be too busy smiling like idiots to even think about that. You're welcome to take this to court if you're so offended by it. No, thanks. Alright. So we don't know when they plan to execute this, because we bluffed about this, like, yeah, no, it's going to be going live in a week. We still don't know mirror neuron algorithm, though I have suspicions from the name. We'll do the card play in this. Has not come up for her. Okay. I'll keep fighting for freedom, one drink at a time. Well, I'm afraid you've run out of questions. I've got too much to do tonight, so goodbye. Sure, go and spread law through town. You seem to be enjoying yourself. So just in case, I'll inform you of the current situation. Supercontinent is going through turbulent times right now. That's good. That spells change for a company. I've seen it many times. But in the process, there's usually a trail of casualties. Man, I'm suddenly thinking of the closing of Joann's, the craft store chain. I'm not sure why, just our recent comments. We're not going to get into it. The way you're playing right now, you've got a ticket to become one of them. Yeah, this is definitely a threat here, Rango. It's like all but saying it's like, watch yourself. Be warned, Mr. Bartender. Didn't know corporate lawyers were in the business of extending such stylish death threats. There are many fates worse than death when you're up against corporate law. Have a good night. Really wish I'd gotten that little booster to manipulate her memories. Was my performance to your satisfaction this time? Excellent. Thank you very much. So, quiz time now, if you please. Of course, I find it quite amusing, in fact. 7 out of 10 or more earns me a prize, right? Go ahead. Is my Macaws a psychopath? What, you aren't going to ask me if she was attracted to me this time. That's irrelevant for Naima's case. Answer the question, please. Is Naima Koss a psychopath? I'm going to say no. She is a lawyer, and she works for a horrendous company. What's her top priority right now? Considering what she asks, I think it's the danger posed by Proxima. SPW in jeopardy. Interesting. Don't think she is? No indications of not experiencing specific emotions? Yeah, I guess. But is SPW in jeopardy? I'm thinking... I'm leaning towards yes. Like, I'm still, like, close in the middle. But leaning towards yes. Because she did seem kind of panicked about the thought of it coming out within a week. And there's nothing she said that's making me think otherwise. So yeah, we'll go with it's in jeopardy. Does she know about the M&A? What was that again? Oh, the mirror neuron. Yeah. No. I'm going to say with her level of panic, yes. Perceive a threat? Yeah, she did threaten us. Is capable of training supercontinent? I'm going to say no. Capable of covering murder for her employer. Ooh. This is a tricky question. Because as a lawyer, you don't necessarily have to cover murder. All you need to do is twist the truth enough to give doubt as well as pay off people. Does the doubt portion count as covering for murder? I'm gonna go with yes, that counts as covering for murder. It's strange that there's a line break right there. Is she capable of committing murder for her employer? I'm gonna go with no. If I don't get the 7 out of 10 here, I have a feeling we're in danger. Regarding social psych welfare, does Naima believe it's a good thing? Interesting. I'm going to hazard no. Mostly because of the threats if we shared particular info. If she thought it was a good thing, there's no reason to do that. It's like, why not spread the good word and get people hyped for it? Do I think technology manufacturers have the right to alter their products after sale? What do you mean? If Supercontinent designed, created, and distributed the human upgrades, do they have the right to modify them? As in by adding SPW to them? Among other things. Do they have the right to modify them? So then having the right is different whether, in comparison to whether they should be able to. So I think, yes, they but they should be clear about it, is good. Supercontinent is concealing the fact that something they sold is going to fundamentally change you. Isn't that the normal procedure for all technology? I mean, not for cars and bikes, I guess. Dozens of firmware updates are pushed on a daily basis. Its users accepting its terms and conditions blindfolded. Are you saying this is a public's fault? I'm not well versed in the human concept of fault. It is my understanding, though, that accepting something without thought is a sign of trust. It should be. I'm going to be honest out there, being able to accept things without questioning too much or understanding it fully should be a sign of trust, but can also be a case can also be argued for it's about overwhelming as well. Like the defense she had for terms and conditions having buried details. If it's buried in there, there's enough to just overwhelm a person who goes like, fuck it, approve, and go through without knowing what you're approving. That's not a choice made out of trust. A hope that a company will do the right thing, perhaps, but not trust. In this case, I'd rather call it ignorance than trust. People have been indoctrinated over the years to accept whatever updates Cores throws at them. So the problem is not Supercontinent modifying its creation, but the lack of education amongst its users. Yes and no. The ease of understanding. I think that's a major issue with technology. Sometimes it's nice having legalese to make things like specifically clear. Use certain terminology to mean a certain thing. As someone who owns a duplex and rents out one, I have to word the lease agreement a particular way to, one, protect the innate rights of my renters, and two, not intentionally trick them into agreeing to something that's against the law. Also, hello, Brazen. Went to sleep with a headache, woke up 4 hours later feeling okayish. You're awake at 3:30 at night. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Also sorry that this is probably not going to be the chill game to help with that overly. Because hell, my brain is melting a little bit. I mean, I knew it was going to be political. It's Cyberpunk, about a conspiracy that we're kind of picking away at. It's not going to be a happy story. But man, sometimes my brain's just like, we're not smart enough for this. But I gotta accept it. Cannot grow as a person if I do not challenge myself. Yeah, I hope this helps you a little bit. Get to a point where you can maybe get back to sleep and not be underslept tonight. Underslept a word? It feels like a word. We're going to stick with it. In a free society, isn't education an individual responsibility? No, absolutely not. Education should never be an individual responsibility. One, talking about current times, not insetting times, the existence of the metric versus imperial system still being an issue, despite metric is like the default for anything scientific. It is an example for why individual education is not a good idea. Everyone should be using fucking metric. Everyone should have cars labeled as kilometers per hour. All our signage should reflect kilometers per hour. Instead of just sticking with it, because we already put all much infrastructure into signs and whatnot, it's like fucking nut up and fix the system. We don't need to have inherently different measurement system for everything, because we're different. Two, God, as someone who's not homeschooled, and thankful for not being homeschooled, I did unfortunately have to spend a year at a parochial school, which was very, very Catholic. And oh boy, I had to bite some tongue about what they were trying to teach in religion class. It was definitely more say the answers we expect instead of critically analyzing them at the worst of times. Is this the same yes, this is the same devs that made Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. That's actually why I'm going back into it, because, the tarot card was very interesting, and I wanted to see what the story was about. And it's not disappointing so far. The only disappointment here is in myself, for apparently not picking up enough of the right clues. I might have to get a notepad that I can make notes of as I'm going through the game, for what I suspect I'm going to be questioned about. But that's something for next stream. But anyway, education, individual responsibility, no fucking way, that's a horrible idea. Being homeschooled in the US today might in fact be better. Nah, it's... depending on where you are, I mean, for certain subjects, perhaps. But no, it's like some of the states have very lenient expectations for homeschooling. And I get it, you can't expect everyone to just buy the same quality textbooks that schools are able to get in mass. That is a little, like, not rude, forthcoming, unfair. That's it. However, it's a lot easier to shove something that is not built on any sort of fact and merely emotion or anecdotes, just opinions, into a homeschool thing, because there's no oversight. It's like, so long as you can teach them to pass the specific tests, which they're going to get a copy of, so they can, specifically teach those things, it's not. No. Are there people who have succeeded in life despite being homeschooled? Yes. But a few that I've known personally definitely suffered emotionally. And I'm not just talking about whatever fucking trauma they had. There are definitely some topics they had to be explained in more depth, because all they got was more or less boiled down to, you're going to agree with my opinion or else. No other person's opinion is allowed. It's like, what I say goes, because you live in my house. And it's like, that's bullying. Sorry, I had to rein myself in there, but I was ready to go on rant about that. I love those friends, but man, they went through more than they should have had to. In fact, you know what? We're gonna turn up the music, because I just realized I can't hear it too much. So, free societies and education, individual responsibility? No. Not in my opinion. Powerful educate. Parents teach, schools teach, the media teaches, the government teaches. The issue might be then that you don't agree with what they are teaching. You're entirely fair, the U.S. educational system is kind of a fuster club. Yeah, no. As someone who lived in Texas for a significant portion of my schooling, Texas is the problem. Because as one of the more populated states, they have significant sway over what certain textbooks put in them, and what's allowed, what topics are allowed for the standard. And no company that makes textbooks is going to make a different version for every state. And anyone living in the U.S. knows just how fucked up a lot of Texas state laws are in regards to individual rights. That's beyond doubt, yes. The current company is... yes. Okay, God, how much line is there? Quite a lot, I see. Okay, we're going to not follow that anymore. Text is the problem because the nationwide textbooks have conformed to the requirements of the lowest common denominator. Yes, exactly. They make quite an effort to be the lowest. To let people, teach what they want. I can simplify as this. Any U.S. state that has their own individual Pledge of Allegiance is not a good state. And I can't remember the anecdote. I think it was Arnold Schwarzenegger who made a comment, like in his childhood, asking about why they don't have a countrywide pledge that school children make like the U.S. does. And their father saying it's like, because more or less like leading to the answer, it's like, because that's what Nazi Germany did with the Nazi youth groups, made them pledge and salute a flag. It's like, yeah, we got that on a nationwide level, and it's not great. If I was president for a day and could make 3 laws, the third one would be abolishment of the Pledge of Allegiance and our flags with inside any school classroom that is not, about history itself. I don't think an art class needs a flag to pledge allegiance to. Math class as well, none of it. It's dumb. Getting distracted. Let's see, was that a question or just food for thought anyway? Indeed, it was the 10th question. Thank you for elaborating. And, well, how did I do? You've answered 8. Yes, we succeeded! Congratulations, you won. Wonderful. What did I win? Oh wow, we have to go all the way back for that. Okay. A short-term memory resetter. A little too late. That would have been really helpful with the lawyer girl. Oh, I thought it was going to be a different prize this time. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right that variety in the rewards can improve the game's design. I'll try to think of something different for the next time we play. So I gotta be even more careful about keeping this, because the next one we're not gonna get a memory resetter. Got it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Although I gotta confess, the anticipation has me excited for the next game already. Glad to hear you're having fun. Reason, as I mentioned, metric versus imperial. Yeah, there's exactly one set of circumstances where imperial is better than metric, and that's when you have pre-decimal currency. When both the monetary units and measurement units are based on fractions, the system work together faster than decimal. I suppose that is true. And with our abolishment of the penny in the US, that might be a further issue. See, it's been explained to me through a Tumblr post, but the reason for a base 12 system that made sense is because that's the easiest way for pre-abacus and calculator and etc. type technology for counting. It's easier for the human mind to keep track of. You have 10 fingers, but for base 12 you can consider 2 more things that are not visible before it starts getting hinky. The US never used decimal currency. I mean, we kinda do. Sorta. At least the way we present it. It's like you have 99 pennies, that's $0.99. It's like technically, that's decimal currency. The way I'm understanding it from the name. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, it's like base 12 system, 10 fingers, you can think of 2 more things on top of that counting something. But after that, it gets hard for the human brain. Okay. I see what you mean. That makes more sense in your comment, yes. We have never used a non-decimal currency. But yeah. Honestly, it's like, I don't know why we wouldn't. It's like, if Americans are such lazy bastards, why would we not want the easiest way to multiply by 10? It's like, base 10 system, everything just moving the decimal left and right when you multiply stuff. But in base 12, it doesn't go evenly into the math. Like, unless we had a single-digit number system that went from, like, say, equivalent 1 to 11. Sorry. An equivalent number system, 1 to 11 single digits, and the 12th is like the 10 equivalent. That would make sense. But we don't. Our number system is base 10. Just our decimal currency despite the British during the Revolution. Some pirates sank the ship carrying the metric units from France. Ooh. I've not heard that before, but spite, that makes sense. That's very much in line with U.S. history. listen. I think I'm gonna close for today. My gut tells me I won't be getting any more clients until tomorrow. Yes, it doesn't look like it. Can you tell too? You have instincts. What you humans call instincts are just deductions your brain has drawn for you. You simply can't follow the logical sequence due to the vast amount of data your brain processes. Such a fancy way to call humans dumb. I agree. Unlike you, I'm able to keep up with my brain. So basically, yes, your gut is right. We won't be having any more clients tonight. Good to hear, because my leg is killing me. Let's call it a night. Okay. This must be what Brand A is up to. This is the current version. He's got mods. Probably not a backstory thing. Oh, Brazen Sergeant badge. Ship-carrying metric units was hijacked by British privateers in 1793. Not sunk. I mean, tomato is out of the British hands. More or less. Who is Vega? I'm gonna assume this is Vega because it's just over their head. But we'll see. So, social psyche welfare is some sort of digital happy pill. And the mirror neuron algorithm is supposed to spread it, even among non-implant users. What kind of voodoo is that? Beats me. Donovan is looking into it. Oh, yep. Oh, God. I'm not sure how I should approach pronouncing that name. We're gonna call them Kinbing. Because I'm scared if I do a Kyon thing, it's gonna sound like racial stereotype for spelling. So Kinbing. We're pretty much fucked. Supercontinent's private network is inaccessible from the outside. And their towers are the kind of place you can just walk into, precisely. He left us with a nice farewell present. Ariadne. She's going to enjoy all of this. Always loved the hustle, that punk. Shall we perform the last rites? Sure you guys want me in on this. I'm not even part of Proxima. For some reason, Ariadne has chosen you as one of her digital heirs, so just accept her, Brandes. She shall live through us. Okay, I'll go first. Ariadne, I'll have your empathy. Let me better read into our enemies' souls. Let me better understand our allies' passions. Ariadne, I'll have your wits. Allow me to outsmart our foes. Help me survive on the field. Oh, did they put that direct... Oh, they're putting it directly into their implants. I don't like that. Okay. Here's the thing. Knowledge or determination. I think knowledge is the right choice. Because determination can be dangerous. Determination can overwhelm the sense of, like, your innate survival instinct. And Brande wants to, like, fuck over this company to the point where they're willing to go out and do it without much prep time, which is not healthy. I think adding determination is only going to make such impulses harder. So yeah, knowledge. I'll have your knowledge. I hope you don't regret this. Dude, couldn't you be a bit more poetic? And look as corny as you two? No way. Okay, release her into the ocean now. Goodbye, warrior. I don't like that clicking noise. Oof. Donovan, Hey, Brandy, how you doing? Yeah, I'm about to open shop. Yeah, the car's doing great. You gotta see him. They even designed a little game for us to play between clients. Come on, don't be jealous. You can play with us when you're back. Did you find anything useful? Wow, you sure work fast. And when is the security breach happening? Tomorrow? I just started gathering info. We need more time. You're sure there won't be another opportunity? Ah, shit. You'll need to do us a favor then. Find the CEO, Johanna Seftis. I got a visit from one of Supercontinent's corporate lawyers. She was asking after Johanna Seftis. Yes, the Chief Operations Officer. Whatever a car installed the lady back at H Corp's clinic sure messed her up. If we can get our hands on her before Supercontinent does, we'll be able to wreak havoc on their plans. Oh, you like that, don't you? Be a good boy and fetch her for me, would you? Okay, these two, if they're not currently banging, they definitely used to bang. If you catch my drift. Donovan! Someone's approaching the bar. Gotta go. Take care. Bye. Wait, did he have a phone, or does he have an implant in his hand? I didn't notice. Why the alarm? Who is it? Ooh, this is a rough-looking sort. They got a skull mask and studs in their shoulders. And they're coming around the... Okay, I don't much... And their name is Ghost, without the H. I really don't like this. I'm going to distract myself with Grace's comment. I practice a form of stoicism. Emotional regulation exercises. Having a megacorp jam and an artificial emotional regulator into everyone, there are exactly zero good outcomes from that. Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially because we saw a preview of them earlier in the game. Let's see. What were some of the options? One of them was we could increase the sex drive of someone that we implanted it in. We could remove their ambition and goals for, like, vertical momentum. We could increase persuasion skills. Oh, right, the other fucked up one was we could we could add a filter so they stop caring about negative views of themselves, like comments people make under videos and such. That's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. And I can't remember what book, but it's definitely a work of fiction that I absolutely agree with this concept. Anyone who cannot consider the fact that they might be wrong cannot become a good person. It's not a case of like just being pure evil or anything like that. If you can't think about the what ifs if you fail, about the implications against other people and their lives that they don't like what you did, anything like that, if you can't consider negative views of what you say or do, it is extremely difficult to be anything except selfish, of only working towards your own goals and not ignoring the effects it has on other people. I've heard you craft drinks based on emotions. You heard right. I've also heard you deal with information. You seem to be well informed yourself. I happen to be a dealer of sorts myself. I can get you whatever you wish for. There's only one rule. No weapons, no living beings. I also happen to be thirsty as hell. So I thought we could be great business partners, you and I, Donovan. What do you say? I'm pretty confident I can quench that thirst of yours. As long as you accept information as payment, I could really use an exotic supplier. Sure, don't worry about the details. Money's overrated in this city anyway. Let's take care of my thirst first, shall we? Right on it. Okay. Non-paradise. I gotta look up what that means. It's our only choice. I want to know what I'm getting into. Alright, I know it's Latin for something. DC? You're DC, yep. The Ladder of Divine Ascent. An important ascetical treatise for monasticism in Eastern Orthodox and Roman Catholicism. Written by John Climacus in 600 AD at St. Catherine's Monastery. I'm not liking the start of that. Or the name of it, the Ladder of Divine Ascent. That does not sound like a good thing for a hacker who wears a skull mask. Okay. We have a memory altering drug to really use that. We're going to need 2 ice, I think. Yeah, it looks about right. Let's start with the over. Oh wait, a little bit over there. Oh. Oh. We're gonna need the shaker. Either we combine 2 or more spirits to obtain a powerful mix. Shit. I forgot about that. Salt blend will have the combined effects of its ingredients. For example, the bourbon moves the soul disc up, tequila moves it right. The resultant combination will move the soul disc diagonally towards the upper ring. And we can achieve the same results using half the amount of spirits. Use extra space in the glass to explore new, otherwise unreachable emotions. Shaker, just pour whatever you want inside it. Grab it and shake it up and down until the spirits' colors merge. I think we still need to put these in cup. I don't think you typically shake with the ice in the shaker. How do we... okay. Looks a different color. Okay, we're gonna... everything over. And we raise the comment. And, giving everyone something to help work through their own emotions without external manipulation. That's great. External control, though? No. That should be, at most, a last resort for extreme psychiatric patients. Absolutely agree. Giving someone the tools to regulate their own mental state? Good. Doing so yourself? Suspicious as hell. So we learned a new trick. Serve the goods. Okay. This is not a mod, at least. I'm glad for that. It is a mask of some sort. This flavor. Till legends were true. You are able to sync the customer's emotions with your cocktails. Can you tell? Yeah. I'm cut from different cloth than the rest of you mortals. The fact he can tell tells me I should not give him any of the memory resetting supplements. That seems like he's gonna get onto us really quick. But don't sweat it. Your secret's safe with me. Okay. As long as you enjoy your drink, I'm happy. Be happy then, because I haven't had a drink this good in ages. Good. Now, how can I help you? Do you have something in mind for this partnership of ours? For now, let's say I'm interested in backing your crusade against supercontinent. Don't like how other people already know about that. Just let me know if I can get you anything you need. You said you can get anything. Yes, as long as it isn't alive. I don't do weapons either. Do you do liquors? No one's ever sent me for booze, but sure, can do. These liquors I need aren't your regular spirits. Red Secret and Blue Whisper. My master, previous owner of the Red Strings Club, had a couple bottles, but I haven't been able to get any more since those ran dry. I could work wonders with them. Sounds like an interesting endeavor. Consider it done. I'll be back with your stuff. Thanks for the drink. Wait a second. Do they have fucking psychic powers or some shit? I mean, yeah, that's a cyberpunk trope, but it's, I assume they're more of a hacker-type variety than, some form of psyker. See you later, Donovan. You know, it's a psyker with skull mask motif. They don't seem like anything but an antagonist, really. That was a bit intense. Quiz time, then? No. No? I can't. Soccer. Oh, yeah. Speech text does its thing. It's a love-hate relationship. Mostly hate. I was unable to read the subject. Who is he? Oh, looks like you're not omnipotent after all. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. It puts me at ease, to be honest. Why? I find flaws be a quick shortcut to empathy. Virtue begets admiration, sure. But a weakness here and there draws compassion and sympathy. It humanizes someone. No one likes a know-it-all. I see. I'll try to fail more often so you can feel more comfortable. No, that wasn't the point. Just be yourself. I like you already, okay? To be myself. Don't overthink it. You can't be anyone else. Okay. I'm still curious. Who is he? This is my first time meeting him in person, but I've heard of him before. None of my contacts treated with him directly, but we'd all heard the legends. Bizarre smuggler who can get you anything you want in less than 24 hours. They call him Ghost. He never asks for money, although clients always pay. Aren't you afraid? Can't say I'm not, as I'm sure your empathic devices have already told you. On the other hand, Ghost is not the only supernatural dealer around. I detect a client approaching the club. Background check. Larissa Robillard, age 29, marketing director at Supercontinent Limited. Ooh. Shit, I'm not sure if that is a save thing or not. Nope, that's clear save data. Last save 2 minutes ago. So I think we have to wait for them to come in for the next thing to trigger. Though, if I'm wrong on that, it's only a couple minutes. It'll be easier to catch up next stream. Because we are right here at 9 o'clock. Oh, nice. Looks like we hit the jackpot. Do you know her? She's one of the wildest night beasts in Neon has ever witnessed. If you run a club in this city, you're fated to meet her. Loving the variety in body types. We've had a couple skinny ladies, moderately skinny men for masculine body types, but a woman with a paunch. Gotta appreciate that. Welcome to the Red Strings Club. Interesting start. The first line Larissa gets is, "I love you," to the bartender. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to redo that a little bit. Well, that's fine. We'll get a refresher on who they are and why they're important. So in the meantime, let's go to the BRB screen and find someone to raid into. Alrighty, where is... Oh, right, I closed all the windows. Okay. Yeah, shut up. Sorry, I have been refusing to let Firefox update for several months now. Pretty much after word got out that they're trying to add AI to their browser. And yeah, they've reneged enough to say there's going to be a switch, but I still don't trust it. A switch to turn it off, it's like, nah, how about you just have an opt-in to AI? Let's see. Glacier's doing software game development. Might go to Gravewalker. I don't have many chances to raid over to them. It's like they're doing, what is it? Schedule? You've seen it is easy to switch off entirely? Yeah. I mean, yes, but I'm not comfortable with it being present at all. I've done the background things to turn off what stuff had already been in. But I don't trust that an update's not going to, like, undo those settings, you know? Okay, it looks like... not like a simulator game, but similar. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So let's get Gravewalker 144 copied. And prepare to raid over to our wonderful little Cerberus friend. As always, my wonderful tome readers, I hope y'all are eating enough, drinking enough, getting enough sleep. Take care of your body so your body can take care of you. Go ahead and use this raid message, because nothing has come to mind for tying into the Red String Club specifically, and it's a nice uplifting one. Notes in page preferences, symbol on-off toggle, features in blocker enable, yes. Yeah, but again, unless it becomes an opt-in thing, I'm refusing to update Firefox for safety reasons. New version run better? I mean, I mostly have it for certain accounts. I've got other browser, what is it called, Waterfox or something? I just don't want to, like, full transfer over to that just yet, in case something comes up with Waterfox also doing some bullshit. Yeah, we're gonna raid out. Oh, right. Raisin. If you don't stick around too long with a Gravewalker, I hope you do get some decent sleep, despite having woken up at 3 in the morning, you said. That is rough. Paradox main for the ad blocker. Oh, yeah. Great ad blocker. But yeah. See y'all over there.